Next we can discuss with the queues. Queues is nothing but a normally it is opposite to the stack, not entirely opposite. It will be like a one order of storing. It is nothing but suppose normally how the stack can be store the elements first in the last out, right? Then queue how it will do is last in first out. Sir means first in first out. Like a queue. In a queue manner, how can you walk in a ticket counter or anything? Like the queue operation will be performed. Normally, where it will be used in, you are dealing with the system or laptop things, with the CPU scheduling and all. This queue operations can be used. This queue data structure only used there. Why? Because when you are performing the normally your CPU is like a one main memory to the or the brain to the computer. So from the CPU onwards, you have to be execute which task is a first, which has a priority. Like that, you all deciding in the CPU. Those operations you have can achieve by using the queues. Queue is follows the operation of FIFO. FIFO means the first in first out. First in first out. First in first out. FIFO, right? So this is the queue. Normally how this is the order it will be maintained, or this is the methodology it will be maintained one day structure. In this the same way of approach. Here you have a queues also we have a types. One was a linked list queue, and another one is a priority queue, and another one is a DQ or array DQ. We are calling this an array DQ. Linked list queue is nothing but is a normal queue interface. Your linked list also performs like in the way, but it will follow say one FIFO structure. That's all. And comes to the priority queue. What the priority queue will be do is normally the way of your element storing. It will be stores the elements in a sorting order. That is the priority. Priority queue simply stores the elements in a sorting order compared to that remaining list. And double-ended queue is nothing but normally in the first in first out process, what it will do, you have only for the entrance only one point. Suppose how can I say is it is an array, right? It is an array. In this array, or it is a one queue. Suppose it is a one queue. It is the exit point. It is the entry point in a normal queue, right? One entry point, one exit point. Both are individual or independent. But in the double-ended queue, you can perform insertion and deletion operations in two ways. You can do at the front part, and also you can do at the rear part. This is difference with the normal queue. In a normal queue, only you can perform insertion from one side, deletion from one side. But in the double-ended queue or the D queue, you can perform insertion from the two ends and also deletion from the two ends. That is the difference. That is the normal difference. Suppose in a methods, what are the methods we have is this is also same. What are the linked list methods you have? Those all can be applicable. But other than that, there are some methods are there. Like for the adding of an element, you have an offer, poll, extra methods. Why? Because why these are the extra methods is I'll tell you. Suppose new Java file class queue, right? In this main method, how can you create a queue is you can use the queue interface. Suppose you are intent to store only the integer import java.util.star. Queue is also one interface. For the interfaces, you are not creating an object, right? For the classes only you can create an object. So queue interface you are using as a data type, and here I can use the q1 equals to new linked list. By using the linked list, you can do it. Suppose normally how can you add the elements? You can use the add. Why? Because it is a linked list, right? So you can use the add, and also some additional methods queue contains, those also you can use. Instead of add, you can use the, suppose add one, you can use the offer also. Q1 dot offer, Q1 dot offer, Q1 dot offer. Instead of that, you can use that. Suppose for the removal, how can you remove? Q1 dot remove, Q1 dot remove, right? You can use the Q1 dot poll also. What is the difference between these two is, suppose normally if your queue is an empty, you are performing the remove operation, what it will be do? It will return an error. Why? Because your queue contains no elements, but you are trying to remove those things. You are trying to remove those things. So it will throw an error, but it will not possible in the poll. If Q1 dot poll is not possible, it will not throw any error. That means safer threads, we are calling that safer thread operations. I can show to you. Suppose offer of 1, right? Q remove 1 and Q poll of 2. Now it will be the removing all the things. Poll removes only the first element, so it will remove the first element. It will be fine. Next I can perform the Q1 dot poll again, Q1 dot poll again, and also Q1 dot remove. First I can check with the Q1 dot remove. What it will do is, it will return say no such element in that, no such element in the string. It will be do like that. Suppose if I remove or comment this, it will not throw any error. Why? Because in the Q1 dot poll, the element is not exist. But if the element is not exist, it will not throw the error. It will only, it will returns as a false. It will not do the deletion operation. That's it. It will not perform the delete operation. That is. Offer also the same. Like the difference between, when someone asks like what is the difference between add and the offer, or remove and the poll, this is the difference. In the poll, it is a safer method. If the element not exists or empty queue, then it will not perform the remove operations. That is the difference. And all are the same method. Suppose you want to check the what is the peak element, Q1 dot peak, okay, and also you want to check the Q1 dot add all, contains all element. Element is nothing but you can check one element exists in that or not, okay. And equals, you can check for the equals. For each is nothing but a for each loop. Hash code is empty, you can check. You can check a queue is empty or not. Iterable, by using the iterable you can traverse. How many ways you can traverse into that? If you observe, offer is there, right? Offer, integer boolean, peak, poll, remove, remove all, remove if conditions, retain all, size, you can applicable the size. The same methods. That's why I am telling that before. First you are good with the one type of collection, then it will be applicable for the all the types of the methods. The same methods you are using for the every type, right? So it is possible. But maps is different. And the maps entirely different for the all the things. All the methods are the different and all the things. Why? Because there you are maintaining the two things. One was the one you are maintaining the key, and one you are maintaining the value. So it is different from the all such things. It is different from all such things. So what you have to do is, you have to be good with the one list or the one type of the collection, then it will be easy to you and all. Suppose I can add these elements, right? How can I print these elements is, okay. sys out of q1, sys out of q1. Then it will print the entire 1 2, right? And how can you traverse in that thing is, you can use the iterator. Iterator integer types, right? The normal way of traverse, so how you can traverse in the list and all, you can traverse here also. It equals to q1 dot iterator, q1 dot iterator. Fine. Then you can traverse while it dot has next sys out of it dot next. The same way of traverse you can use here also. You can use the for loop also for finding the size, and you can go with the indexes, or else you can use the for each loop. One, two. This is the way, the same approach. In the array list onwards, we are following the same approach. But the way, the concept is the same. The storing of elements is the same. You have to be understand the things. Why? Because we are not to remember all the things, right? You can remember only the some things. So you can good with the one type of collection and remember the differences between them. Then it is easy for you. So good with the one type of interface or the list or anything, and maintain the what is the difference between those things. Okay, it is normally the queue. Suppose you can create a priority queue, you can use the priority queue here. But the thing is, priority queue what will be do is, it will not seize the order of insertion. Here suppose 1 is storing the first, it will not do like that. Suppose here it is a 10, here it is a 2, 2 is the first, it will give the priority to the 2 first after 10. Why? Because it will store the elements in a sorted order. So it will gives the priority in that manner. That is the difference. Not at all any difference between the all the types. This is the only difference between them. Okay. You have to understand the differences, then you will find it. In the array DQ, you are performing the two ends of operation. Then if you are creating with the array DQ, then it will give the options of add first, add last, and also it will give the options of offer first and offer last. In such way you can delete the pop, that means poll at the first, poll at the last. It depends on the creation, it will be gives the methods to you. It is the basic way. By using the linked list, you can create it by using a basic way. Okay, so this is the thing you have to be understand with the queues simply. What is the difference we are observing? Okay, storing, in the way of storing it will be the difference. Okay, fine.